Aloha, beautiful souls. This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and welcome to Transform with Ryan, where I am bringing in that light whenever there are shadows. Now, in this pick a card tarot reading, we are going to be getting our yes or no questions answered. So I invite you to come up with a very clear and concise yes or no question. You can ask any kind of question here. And then once you have that question in mind, you can go ahead and take a look at the different images of crystals here and see which one seems to resonate or call out to you the most to receive the answer to your question. Now, of course, as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 crystals, so you can actually ask up to 4 questions when it comes to watching this video. Now, what again I would encourage you to do is have a lot of clarity regarding your questions. The more clear the questions, the more clear the response. So you can pause the video right here if you'd like to meditate on which crystal has the answer for you for your particular question. And when you are ready, you can check out the timestamps to go to your reading in the description box below. I will see you there. Welcome back, Star Fam. Thank you so much again for tuning in to another pick a card reading here at Transform with Ryan. I really, truly do appreciate all the support that you show this channel. I have so much fun doing these readings, and it really warms my heart to be able to see this channel growing the way it has been. So thank you so much for your support, Star Fam. Sending you a big old hug. And for those of you that just found your way to this channel and this is your very first video, sending you such a big warm welcome and aloha. So happy that Spirit brought us together here today for this reading. Let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments down below. Now on to your reading. So first off, what I'm seeing here with this Smokey Quartz is we have this message to let it go. So for some of you who have asked a question regarding whether or not you should leave a relationship, leave a job, leave a career path, move out of a house, maybe break ties with someone or take a break from them perhaps, hopefully this phrase right here already gives you a little bit of the answer to your question with letting it go, okay? But that can take many different forms. It can literally mean let it go, meaning, you know, take a break, step away from this situation, or it could be that whatever arguments or disagreements you've had, to just let it go, like kind of, what is that phrase? Like water under the bridge, right? To just kind of let the past be the past, find some space in your heart to forgive. Not necessarily forget, but at least forgive, all right? And let any energies of conflict and disagreement go and come to, hopefully, a very happy medium, a very equal compromise, all right? So I'm gonna pull some cards to, I feel like we should put this right here. I'm going to pull some cards just to kind of give more information on the situation and things you need to be aware of, okay? Because it's not that often that things are very simple as yes or no, right? Maybe there's something that we're missing and that we're not seeing that will help us feel actually more confident in our decision. Because ultimately, no matter what this reading says, my loves, you have full sovereignty and control over your destiny and your path, all right? This is just some information provided to you to help you come to a conclusion regarding your situation, come to a decision for your highest and greatest good. So we already had one card that jumped out there, and it is a yoke, and it says feeling tied down or frustrated. So oftentimes when there's like maybe a conflict in our life, it really takes up a lot of energy, doesn't it? It's very draining, and it can be very frustrating. And right there in and of itself is already a clue about how best to handle the situation. If it's something that is beyond your abilities to come to a resolution or solve on your own, then it's about letting it go. All right, there's no need for you to hang on to or, you know, be stubborn when it comes to creating the outcome that you want, especially when the other people, the other parties involved aren't meeting you in that space and you don't see eye to eye with them, okay? Next, we have fly, a period of ill health, depression. Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting the sense that whatever it was that you asked about has not felt good at all. I'm feeling a lot of stress surrounding this energy. And, you know, smoky quartz itself is a rather clear crystal, kind of white. I have some quartz here actually, so let me just show it to you so you can compare. So this is a quartz crystal, and it's a lot clearer than obviously the smoky quartz here, right? And so yes, smoky quartz has beautiful properties in and of itself, but the clarity is not there. It's a bit polluted in a way, right? The clarity of the crystal. And so in this case, what I'm seeing is that the energy is not optimal for you, right? And you can try and fight and argue your way to whatever ends that you want to see happen. But ultimately, just as you have your free will, other people has their free will as well, okay? To agree to move forward with you and under your terms or under terms of compromise, or maybe they just want it their way or the highway. And so really it's just about letting it go and allowing another opportunity to come in. That's what I'm sensing here for your reading, is that this situation seems as if you've done as much as you can already. And if you're not getting the result that you want, then it's best to just drop it, kind of like cut your losses in a way as well, okay? And move forward and don't waste any more time, energy, money, feelings, emotions on this situation. Next, we have carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. So there definitely is a lesson to be learned here. And what I'm getting is this situation you're asking about is actually just a stepping stone to get you from one place to another. Just like a carriage transports you from one place to another. It's just a mode of transportation. And in this case, it doesn't have any more significance than that. It's sort of a means to an end, if you will, okay? And since this is a general reading, that is going to have a different meaning for each of you when I say it's just a means to an end, all right? There's something here to be learned along this journey because it's not the end. And this experience here, what you're asking about, is more of a teaching point, okay? Next, we have the eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Now, interestingly enough, what I'm getting with this card is that what you are seeking is to win, to triumph here, to have the victory, to kind of have it your way. And in this instance, what I'm getting from Spirit is it's going to really take a lot of compromise here, or whatever it is that you're asking about. It's not the right time. It's not the right thing for you, right? And that's why it's causing you so much stress right now, because you're just wishing it would work out and wishing things would just maybe go back to normal or get better, and it's not quite moving in that direction. And so this attachment to this situation that you're asking about and this attachment to the outcome you want is really the source of the stress, is really the obstacle here. And in life, there are some things that we do have to fight for and put in a lot of work and effort to achieve the results. And there are also times when we need to take a step back and step away from a situation because it's no longer aligned with us. Or there's another opportunity that's better suited for us, okay? So I'm hoping that's making sense to a lot of you right now. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pull some tarot cards and we are going to get this response to your question. We're going to get that yes or no response, okay? And we're going to do the best 2 out of 3 here. Wow, these cards are really kind of going all sorts of ways here. They're very lively today, this deck. All right. Spirit is saying do one shuffle, cut it, and leave it at that. So we will honor that instruction. All right, so the first card out is the Ten of Cups, so that is a yes. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a yes. So you already have two yeses. So the answer to your question already is yes. Now, is it going to be a resounding yes? And it is. So yes, all the way through. And now what I'm seeing with the tarot cards, to sort of add a little bit more information in regards to your question, is that first and foremost, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's speaking to sort of a fate, a destiny, like the things that are happening right now regarding this situation. That's just how the cards are sort of landing. Okay, based on things that have happened in the past and all the energies that are coming in now, this is what's going to happen. There's nothing that you could have done differently to create a different outcome. Does that make sense, loves? So I wouldn't waste any of your time either kind of wondering and reflecting, like, what if I had done this? What if they had said that? What if this had happened instead? That's a fruitless endeavor, unfortunately. This is sort of like the fate is sort of sealed with this situation. Nothing else you could have done would have changed it, okay? And what's so beautiful here is we have the 9 and the 10 of Cups here. And so with this card, what it's saying is, you know, depending on your question, if what you're getting isn't truly what you desire, don't worry, because something better is on the other side. All right? You think this is a loss right now, but soon enough, as you move forward, you're going to realize that this was for the best. And you're going to actually be a lot happier on this new path, on this new sort of maybe relationship, this new journey, than you would have been if you stayed in whatever situation you're in. And with this 10 of Cups, it's speaking to really this fulfillment, new connections, new opportunities for well-being, for happiness, for health even, for abundance. And you see there's like this really busy, bustling sort of marketplace here in this Mer Kingdom, Mer City. And so what I'm sensing for a lot of you is that this loss, or what you perceive as a loss, is truly just opening up the doors to an even more greater and abundant outcome. So if you really enjoyed this reading, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if you love the vibes here. I'm thanking you so much for your support and hanging in there and watching this video through to the end. It really helps with content creation and getting these videos out there in front of other viewers. And of course, if you feel so inclined, you can donate a small token of appreciation for your reading in the description box below. There's a link. And if you'd like to go to another reading, you can click on this link right here, even in the top right corner. So thank you so much for spending time with me, y'all. I'm sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. I can't wait to do another reading for you very, very soon. Bye. Hey there, Star Fam! So happy to be doing another reading here for you today with this yes or no question here. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel and tune in to the readings on the regular. I really, truly appreciate it. And for those of you that are new to Transform with Ryan, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy that Spirit brought us together here in this energetic space. And do let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments down below. I'm really curious to know where people are coming from that are viewing these videos. So let's get into your reading, okay, loves? So you chose this very interesting Iolite crystal. I don't actually have this crystal in my collection, but the colors are very deep and they're very rich. And the message on the bottom here is stating, shift your money mindset. And so already I'm getting some messages for some of you that were drawn to this card here, is that perhaps the root issue here with your question is this feeling of scarcity or lack, like there's not enough of something here. And so you're questioning what you should do next, right? To maybe secure a very comfortable outcome here. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be money. It could be related to time. It could be related to some sort of resource. It could be related to a relationship, right? And this idea of scarcity, of like not enough love in a relationship, not enough trust in a relationship, not enough money in the bank, not enough pay for the work that you do, right? Not enough, high enough of a salary, not enough space in your home, not enough time to do the things you actually love. And really, it's about shifting your mindset. That's the message of this card here. And instead of focusing on lack, focusing on abundance and focusing on ways in which you can allow more of what you desire into your life. So a lot of people say being solution focused rather than problem focused. Okay, does that make sense, loves? So I think that's going to be a key element here when it comes to sort of coming to an understanding, a resolution to whatever your question was about. And so let's pull out some fortune cards here with this tea leaf fortune deck. And we're going to get some more information, some more insight on the question that you're asking. And then after that, we'll pull some tarot cards to get the ultimate final answer to your yes/no question, okay? So let's see what we got coming out here first. We have a fair woman. So dealing's a relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. So either your situation simply involves a woman that matches these features, or you're going to receive some information from a fair woman that's going to help you feel more confident on what you ultimately choose to do, regardless of what this reading says, all right? Because you are a divine cosmic being and you have your own sovereignty and you have your own ability to control your destiny and your fate and your outcome. But this person here, it seems to me like is going to have a lot of information for you that's going to sort of solidify what you ultimately decide to do moving forward, okay? And this might be someone you meet at work, maybe you meet in the grocery store or something, right? Or it could even be somebody that you see on television, like while you're watching a TV show or watching the news. Something they're gonna say is really going to resonate with you, is really gonna connect with you, and it's gonna give you sort of this aha moment to give you that clarity and conviction that you need to make this ultimate final decision and choice regarding your situation. Next here we have cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. And so what I'm sensing from this is actually a couple of things. So some of you are feeling very stuck, feeling very trapped, and unfortunately you're feeling a little bit disempowered because of that. And what is happening here is maybe you're searching for something outside of yourself to place blame, to explain why it is the way it is, right? Maybe you are, you know how some people, they think about karma, or if you grew up maybe in the Catholic Church like I did, if something doesn't go your way or something upsetting happens, you know, I was conditioned when I was younger to think, okay, what did I do wrong? What am I being punished for? What bad thing did I do that is the results, that is the cause of this calamity, this malady that has befallen me? Okay, that sounded really dramatic. And really, it's not always that case. All right? There's no one out here to get you. There's no one out here trying to punish you and make your life miserable and get payback. So the situation you're asking about, it's nothing like that at all. This situation, you know, whether this makes sense to you or not, you kind of brought it upon yourself. You made decisions and choices and orchestrated this scenario for yourself. And, you know, that may to some of you sound a bit harsh, but actually the intention there to say that is if you got yourself into the situation, you actually have the power to get yourself out of it. Like, you don't have to rely on anybody else. You created this. You create the problem, you can also create the answer. You can also create the solution, and everything will be okay once you make that choice. So with this cobweb thing, protected from negative forces beyond your control, what that's telling me is whatever choice you ultimately choose to make, there won't be any repercussions that you have to worry about, right? Like, sometimes we make the problem to be a lot bigger than we think it's going to be. So what do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. Like, Spirit is giving me an example to kind of help clarify this idea for you. So, you know, I used to have a problem saying no to my friends when they invited me out to do something, or, you know, when I was younger and I was going out partying a lot more, there were some times where I was like, oh, I shouldn't go out and party because I really need to study for my test coming up, or I'm just really tired, or I'm trying to save up to, you know, buy an airplane ticket to go on a trip, and I really don't want to drop $50 or something like that to go out drinking, right? And I used to be so afraid to tell them no because I was afraid that they were going to, like, get upset with me. They're not going to invite me out anymore. They're going to, like, you know, maybe tease me or make fun of me for being so lame, right? And really, I was creating these problems in my head about how they're going to react and what's going to happen as a result of my choice, right? And most of the time when I said no, they were totally fine with it, you know? And so that's what this card is saying. Like, whatever you choose, like, you think something bad's going to happen because of your choice, and it won't. Does that make sense, loves? That's actually really good information to have. That's really good news to be able to pass on to you. I'm happy to be able to say that. I hope that relieves a little bit of the burden you may be feeling. So here we have chain of events that will affect your life. And so what I'm getting here is Spirit is really encouraging you to make a choice and not get into this analysis paralysis situation. How many of you have ever heard that phrase before? Analysis paralysis. So, you know, here with shifting your mindset, again, don't be so problem focused. Don't be so worried about what if this, what if that, and think of all these negative outcomes. Really think about, like, what's the best that could happen. Okay, and that's going to set off this chain of events that's really going to impact your life in a very powerful way. And you have full control over if it's going to be a sequence of very positive, uplifting events, or if you're going to, because of your worries and fears, manifest even more worries and fears, right? So just realize, my beautiful card 2, my beautiful Iolite crew here, that you are so, so powerful beyond what you give yourself credit for. And you can create the type of outcome and the type of reality you really, truly desire. It's all about getting in the right mindset, getting in the right energetic and emotional state. Oh, look at this sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. So perhaps some of you are just afraid to kind of step away from the status quo, whether you feel that consciously or subconsciously, because some people, you know, the shadow energy and the ego likes stability, likes predictability. So for example, even though you feel like your job isn't as fulfilling or you feel like you're underpaid, there's a part of you, okay, I'm gonna get really deep, y'all, so get ready. There's a part of you that likes this predictability, likes knowing that this is how many hours you're gonna work this week, these are your job duties, and this is how much you're gonna get paid for it. Like, it likes that predictability, it likes that stability in your life. And there's a part of you that fears change, that is like, hey, yeah, there's this opportunity there that you can get paid more for doing something you love, but it's going to involve leaving this comfortable situation that you have going on now. So are you okay with experiencing a little bit of discomfort during the transition in order to have higher gains later on? All right? Does that make sense, loves? So that's a really beautiful piece of advice and wisdom that Spirit is, you know, pushing through. So let's see here. Let's get this answer here to your question, your yes/no question. Okay, we're going to pull 3 cards, and that's 2 out of 3 is going to be your response. So let's do one more shuffle, and then we'll see what the verdict from Spirit is. So we have the King of Cups, and this is a yes. And we have the Knight of Swords, which is also a yes. So we already have 2 out of 3, so it's definitely a yes. Are we going to get a resounding yes here? 7 of Pentacles, and that is also a yes. So wow, we got a resounding yes here for your reading. So the answer to your question is yes. Now I'd like to take a moment to just look at these tarot cards and pass on some more information here. So you know how we were talking about mindset? The Swords energy is about mindset. And do you see how this Knight of Swords has this very confident and powerful stance here? And so universe is saying, don't be wishy-washy. Don't be sort of like shy to move forward with it, okay? Like whatever choice you make, the best thing you can do is stick to your decision, okay? And you know what's interesting with this King of Cups here is it almost looks like he's a bit sad. And what I'm getting from Spirit is for you to really reflect on, like, what are you really sad about? Okay, so you make this choice. What about a possible outcome would really be sad? And is it something that's so sad that it should stop you from making that choice? All right, those are some questions that you should ask yourself here to get a little bit more confident in what you choose. And then lastly here, this is really, really beautiful here. Do you know why? Because this couple is expecting a new baby, and they're like so happy, they're so thrilled that they're going to get to meet their little merchild here very, very soon. And they prepared this beautiful, cute little crib with this little mobile on top. And they're just really excited to be able to bring new life into the world and shower it with love. And so what I'm getting here is there is an opportunity here for you to set, like plant some very powerful seeds for an even more abundant situation than what you have now. Even more fulfilling and loving and caring relationship than what you have now. So there's definitely this opportunity to improve your circumstances, but it is going to require you to shift your mindset and make a choice. And what I'm sensing here is one that you probably feel a little bit uncomfortable with right now. Okay, but have no fear, you're protected. All right, my loves? So if you enjoyed your reading, make sure to like and comment down below, and subscribe, of course, if you're feeling the vibes here. And if you'd like to support content creation on this channel, then please feel free to offer a donation. The link is in the description box down below, or you can even simply just let the ads play whenever you watch one of the videos here. But I would love to do another reading for you, and if you're open to that, you can click this link in the top right corner to go to another reading. Otherwise, until next time, loves, sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Bye. Mwah. Hey there, Star Fam! Welcome to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel and watching these videos. It really brings me so much joy to be able to pass on these wonderful messages to you, my Star Fam crew. And for those of you that this is your first video, I just want to send you a very warm welcome and aloha. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so excited that Spirit brought us together here in this energetic space. Do let me know where you're tuning in from by commenting down below. So let's get into your reading and let's find out about your question here, okay? So you chose the Sunstone, and I have to say, I do actually have a Sunstone, but it doesn't quite have this sort of pattern. It's a little bit different, but this, you know what this makes me think of, y'all? It makes me think of like a jelly bean. Okay? And what's coming to my mind, which is so funny, but you know, we gotta trust in Spirit when I do these readings, is do you remember, or have you ever had those jelly beans that are the weird flavor from Harry Potter? And there was a jelly bean that was flavored like barf. I know, totally weird, totally random, but this is making me think of those weird flavored jelly beans. And the message that I'm getting from Spirit to pass on to you is like, something may look good and seem good to you, but if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Okay? It's like, have you ever heard of that? Like how people say, like, oh, like this job or this house or this person, like they look good on paper, but in reality, they're like, it's like not so good, you know? And so, Spirit is really saying, like, in regards to the situation you're asking about, don't be deceived by appearances. If it's not feeling right, no matter how good and appealing it looks or maybe sounds, like, don't get involved with it. Okay? And the little phrase here on the bottom says, take pleasure in the things you do. And that sort of supports that story I was saying. It's like, why are you going to eat this nasty jelly bean if it doesn't taste good? Right? Like it might look good, it might look tasty, it might look maybe like an ordinary jelly bean, which you perhaps enjoy, but if it tastes like nasty, don't eat it anymore. Okay? So what if this situation doesn't make you feel good that you're asking about, then there's no need anymore to kind of entertain it further, right? And if it doesn't feel good, like trust your instincts. Or if something doesn't feel right, trust that. Okay, trust that. Maybe do a little reflection to see if it's sort of like it doesn't feel good because you're being triggered by something, right? And that's what's really influencing you at this moment, rather than what's really there. But if you're not being triggered and everything seems to check out and you're just maybe having apprehension because of a past experience or a past trauma, then don't be afraid to move forward with it. Does that make sense, loves? So I'm getting the sense that for many of you, it's really about tuning in with your emotions and how something is making you feel and being able to trust that. So let's get some more information though, okay? To kind of help you gain that confidence and conviction when it comes to your decision here. And then we'll look at, the ultimate answer for yes, no here at the end. So here we have dog, protection from a powerful friend. Wow, so I'm sensing that many of you are actually really supported here in this scenario. And Spirit is telling me to accept that support. I know some people, they feel, a bit ashamed to ask for help, or they feel a bit guilty for having to rely on someone else in certain situations when things are maybe a little bit more challenging or difficult. But Spirit is saying, don't worry about that. Like now is your time to receive, okay? Because I get the feeling that this person is your friend because you've done something really sweet and kind and helpful for them, and you've stood by them through their own troubles. And now this is the chance for them to do the same for you as a show of perhaps their appreciation, okay? So just accept that protection, accept that assistance. Next, we have forest, muddled, unclear thinking. So this kind of goes back to what we were talking about before, about how sort of maybe your mind and your ideas are overshadowing or outweighing your intuition, what your gut is telling you. And so it's making your situation very confusing. And Spirit in this particular case is really saying, like, put your emotions and your gut instincts over your rationalization of the issue at hand, okay? That will give you that clarity that you need. And what I'm also getting is it will actually be very helpful for you to go to a new location and reflect on your situation, and that will give you more clarity, okay? Because, like, if we're really stressed out at work, and we're trying to make decisions regarding work, it doesn't always help to be at our desk, like ruminating on the situation. Sometimes we need to go out to like a cafe, go out to the park, go out for a walk, where the energy is more fresh and it circulates better, okay? And even like I would say even in your car, or at your home is not a good place to reflect on the situation and try to come to a decision, because there's also a lot of the energies there, right? Because those are places you occupy a lot. So go someplace fresh, someplace a little bit newer to reflect on this scenario that you're asking about, all right? Next we have table, hard work ahead. Okay, so this is gonna be a big shift for many of you. All right, this decision you're going to make is really going to set the stage and set the tone moving forward. And as this card says, it's It's not going to feel very easy, but that shouldn't deter you. All right. You know, sometimes the best things that you can gain in life are not the things that come to you the easiest. Okay. And the things that feel the most rewarding are not the things that just kind of fell into your lap. And that's what I'm getting is happening here with the situation that you're asking about. And, you know, with this particular table, what I'm being drawn to by spirit is these legs. Like, look at how massive these legs are and how anchored in they are. It's not like, you know, like a single pole, like on those fold out tables, right? You know what I mean? Where it's like literally this like skinny little pillar. This is some heavy duty legs on this table here. And so Spirit is saying, really ground yourself and anchor yourself and get very clear on your purpose and your mission here. What are you actually trying to achieve when it comes to this situation you're asking about, okay? And stay grounded in that. I'm getting that, you know, you're very much in your headspace, right? You're overthinking things. And that's what's sort of creating some blockages for you regarding this situation. Lastly, we have women, dealings or relationship with a woman. So this could be very literal for some of you, that the situation you're asking about involves a woman. And for others of you, what I'm actually getting is to tap into your divine feminine energy. So we all have divine feminine and divine masculine within us. Maybe some of you can understand that that idea by looking at the yin yang symbol, right? And that exists in all of us, regardless of our sex or body parts that we have. We all have the divine feminine and divine masculine within us. And in this case, the divine masculine is all about taking action, maybe being a bit aggressive, being a bit forceful here. And in this situation, the divine feminine is calling you to be more intuitive, be more receptive, be more allowing for things to sort of fall into place. And all you do is sort of like navigate the waters rather than trying to be the motor to just kind of plow through the waves. Does that make sense? So let's get this final verdict here, loves, about the yes, no to your, okay, Spirit is saying, don't do that again, do the regular shuffle. So let's get the verdict here on the yes, no situation. And we're gonna do best 2 out of 3, okay, loves? So first card out is 4 of Pentacles, and this is a yes here. And the next one out here, the Sun. Oh, that is a definite yes. That is a beautiful, beautiful yes. And look at how powerful this is. The Sun underneath the Sunstone card. Like, what? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sensing that clarity is coming your way. The Sun is a very masculine energy. So that's masculine energy is about protecting others. And also putting in action, taking action, hard work, but having the energy to do the hard work, okay? Because masculine is about doing, okay? Feminine is about resting. So this Sun is just kind of encouraging you that, yes, right now it's time to receive, bob and weave, see the situation, and then once that choice and decision is made, then, you know, you'll have to roll up your sleeves and get to work. And lastly, we have King of Pentacles. That's also a yes. So wow, we got 3 yeses here, a resounding yes. And because we have this Pentacles energy here, I'm getting the sense that a lot of what we were talking about does have a lot to do with material belongings and wealth. So that could be house, that could be your car, of course. It could be things in your home. It could be your job, actually, as well. Could be money, bank account. It could be any of those situations, okay? So the answer to your question, your core question, is a yes, and you're fully supported. And what I'm getting here with this King of Pentacles, you really have a lot of wisdom to be gained. You're learning a lot here, and it's really in your best interest because you're going to be able to use that knowledge here to really increase your abundance. And what I'm getting for some of you too, just now from Spirit, is if you've been debating on whether or not you should take a job or you should leave your current job and move to a different position, move to a different company, move to a different city for another job, Spirit is saying, like, really do consider that, okay? Really do consider that, because that's going to be an opportunity to really magnify your wealth. And a lot of times when you get a new job anyway, you can negotiate for a higher pay to start off with than what you would be making like a year from now, right? Should you stay at your current job. And here with this, do you see how this mermaid is kind of chilling and just resting here on this rock? And so Spirit is saying, like, don't feel forced to take action or make a decision. Just kind of observe and see what's happening around you and just wait for that perfect moment to move. Okay, like, don't feel pressure to make a decision right now. You can literally just chill for the moment and just see how things play out. There's no rush right now. So, wow, if you really enjoyed your reading, make sure to like and comment down below. And if you resonate with the vibes of this channel, I do invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, to support this channel, you can donate, make a small donation by clicking the link down below, or simply just let the ads play. And that will really help support content creation and reading creation here at Transform with Ryan. And if you're ready for another reading, peeps, you can click this link right up here and enjoy another reading here on this channel. But otherwise, sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. I can't wait to do another reading for you soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye. What up, what up, what up, Star fam? So happy to have you back here doing another reading for you. Thank you so much for continuing to support this channel and helping it grow. I really, truly appreciate it. And for those of you that are new to Transform with Ryan and this is your first video, I'm so excited that Spirit brought us together. I'm sending you a very warm welcome and aloha. So happy to have you here. Do let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments down below. Let's get into your reading. So for those of you drawn to this Tourmalinated Quartz, right off the bat, Spirit is really pointing out this webbing here. Within the Tourmalinated Quartz, and it's the word that's kind of coming through is convoluted, all right, and trapping. So what I'm getting from that, and it's, you know, a bit supported here in this phrase, get out of your own way, is like you are trapping yourself. Okay, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the tarot deck, but the energy that this is reminding me of when it comes to your reading is the 8 of Swords, okay? And the 8 of Swords often depicts an individual within the center of a ring of swords, and they're like tied to a pole and they have a blindfold on. And it's unclear of like how that person got in that position, right? To be trapped like that. But the blindfold is the key here. It's that you are not seeing everything clearly, all right? And that you are not seeing the way out. It's actually, you know, very clear to maybe people outside of the situation, which, you know, often it is, right? It's sometimes really hard to get a sense of things when you're literally in the midst of it all, right? But if you take a moment to sort of open your eyes, take a step outside of yourself and kind of look at your situation from an outside perspective, you will very clearly see the answer, all right? And that's what this means by getting out of your own way. And that the feeling of being trapped or stuck or sort of restricted, that's actually not real, okay? That's sort of a construct of your mind and causing you to think or feel that way. So let's pull some tea leaf fortune cards here to get more information on your situation, to kind of build that confidence, that conviction when it comes to ultimately making your decision regarding this situation that you're asking about. Because no matter what I say in this reading, honey, like you ultimately have the power over your own fate, okay? You are a divine sovereign being. I am just here to help you. along your path. Not tell you what to do, but just kind of help you along your path and sort of be a vehicle for information from Spirit for you. All right? So this is kind of already popping out. So let's see what this is. Kite. Vacation. So what I'm getting from this is really like shutting yourself down. And what do I mean by that? Okay, that sounds really weird, like shutting yourself down. And what that means is disconnecting from the situation itself. So again, taking the stance or the viewpoint of an outsider. All right? Look at this from an outside person's perspective. And if you're finding it a little bit difficult, then maybe just talk to somebody who isn't really familiar with what's happening with you and just explain it to them. And what I would encourage you to do with this exercise is explain or reflect on what happened, not your feelings about it, not your interpretation of it. What happened? Okay? And so what I mean by that is, like, say for example, someone fell out of a tree, right? That is what happened. Like Johnny slipped on a branch and fell down. That's what happened. But what you can perceive and the emotions you can have about it is like, man, Johnny should not have been climbing up on that tree anyway. So he got what he deserved when he slipped and fell. Or it could be like, oh my gosh, this person wasn't watching Johnny and now they got injured. Now they're, I'm so upset with that person. And now I got to take Johnny to the, hospital. I have to call out of work. I have to do that, right? So remove all that like drama and just look at what happened. What are the actual facts about the situation, not the opinions? Okay, so that's like stepping out, taking a vacation from being in the thick of things, being in the midst of it all right? And with this kite, what I'm seeing too is, the kite really flies above, high up in the sky, and it has this bird's eye view of the situation at hand. And so that's another way you can kind of think of it on how to really process what your circumstance or your situation is right now, all right? Next, speaking of bird's eye view, I can't with this. Bird flying. News is on the way, okay? So there's going to be a piece of information, it sounds like, that perhaps you're missing, or perhaps you kind of feel stuck because you're like, if I just knew this, then maybe I would feel better about what I'm going to choose. So Spirit is saying, hey, it's on its way. So just keep your eyes and ears peeled for information. It will be coming in soon. Oh, interesting. And so for others of you, this is going to be a sign from Spirit as well that will guide you. So what I'm getting is that when next you see a bird or hear a bird singing, really tune into where your thoughts and where your energy is at, because that's going to give you clarity on your situation, like right in that moment or very shortly afterward, okay? Ooh, I do love signs from the universe, like, when you see 222, 111, or like a rainbow or whatever. So, ooh, money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. And so with this get out of your own way, I feel like there's some doubt within your abilities to really succeed at whatever this is. There's some doubt in things working out for you. And Spirit is saying, no, like, there's really no need to doubt. Like, whatever it is that you're wanting, like, we will definitely give it to you. You just have to be open to the signs that will lead you towards your goal, all right? And be willing to kind of go on an adventure here with this, all right? And next we have rabbit. Ooh, oh my God. Speaking of abundance, dang, rabbits are a symbol of abundance. And here it says too much concern with sexual matters. This is really, really interesting. So how do I explain this card? Because, you know, maybe for some of you it does have to do with a relationship, right? Like a romantic relationship that you're in, or a friends with benefit situation you're in, maybe for some of you, right? I'm sensing that as well. So maybe the focus is too much on the physical aspect of your relationship, okay? So that can definitely be one relevant piece of information for many of you that are watching this video. But since this is a general reading, there is another layer to this, okay? And what I'm getting is there is something very carnal and passionate about you. And sometimes that makes you a little bit uncomfortable. So what do I mean by that? It's kind of like, you know how some people, they get a little nervous when they get overexcited about something, right? Because then they think, like, oh, maybe I'm not going to think clearly, or maybe I'm going to miss something and make a mistake if I'm too excited and rushing into something, right? And that could be part of the conditioning and the upbringing. You know, when you're kids, you want to run everywhere, you want to jump and play, and parents are often like, don't run, walk, be careful. Oh my God, that's taking me back to my days at the public swimming pool, right? How there's all those signs like, don't run by the pool, da da da, right? So we keep getting told as children, like, don't run, don't rush into everything, because people are always so worried about danger that could happen. Emphasis on the could happen, okay? And so now we have this fear to really move forward, and we're kind of stuck in this sort of like, okay, maybe just move very super duper cautious and tiptoe and go very, very slow. And in some situations in life, you have to really trust your passion, trust your excitement, and just move forward with it, okay? And just go for it. Like, kind of YOLO it out, okay? And so Spirit is saying, like, there's something like you're inhibiting yourself. Ah, yes, that is perfect. And that totally fits with this whole Eight of Swords thing we were talking about, and the webbing here and this tourmalinated quartz is like you're inhibiting yourself, right? You're like restricting yourself because maybe you have some shame about expressing your passion and your desires fully. And Spirit is saying, like, no, do it. Go for it. Be abundant. Be abundantly you. So let's get some tarot cards out here. Okay, Spirit is saying, don't do that weird shuffling thing again. Do it this way. So let's shuffle this. And we're going to do best 2 out of 3 for the final answer on the yes/no question. All right. And then we'll see too, because the tarot cards are going to give us information as well. So first card out is the Lovers. And this is a yes. All right. Next, we have the Chariot. Oh, that is definitely a yes. And you know what's so beautiful about this? The Chariot just charges forward. It's like this wild horse that's not so easy to tame, all right? So right now, Spirit is saying, like, yeah, totally be an unbridled horse. Like, run wild, run free. Act on a whim here, okay? So Spirit is saying it's okay. It's okay to sort of, in this instance, give in to your desires. And the Queen of Wands, speaking of desires and passion, like the Queen of Wands is all about that. And this looks like the wonderful Hawaiian goddess Pele, the goddess of the volcano, the goddess of fire. And she is, look at how confident she is. Doesn't she just like exude power? Like the thing that I'm getting from this picture is like, she don't care. She don't give an F. She is like lava and fire. And yeah, it's scary. Yeah, people might not know how to handle it and might be sort of put off by, oh, lava's coming, get out of the way. And maybe that's how you feel. Maybe you're afraid to show your power, show your strength, because you think people are gonna like run away from you, or like, they're not even, it's not like you fear that they're gonna challenge you. You just fear that you're gonna kind of scare them. But Pele, she's like, no, I have a place in this world. I have a role, right? Lava, yeah, it's kind of scary and it can create fires and cause destruction along the way, but lava actually creates new land and it creates a fertile soil for plants to grow from. And so it's just part of the natural cycle of life. And so right now, Spirit is like, yeah, own your power, go forward. Like, don't care what other people say or what other people are gonna think. This is all you. This is all about you. And this is wild because we have two major arcana cards, and they're major arcana cards in sequence, a 6 and a 7. All right, so this is whatever it is you're asking about, this is a huge opportunity for you to up level. Okay, really take your life, your situation to the next level. You just got to get out of your own way because look, we got this abundance here with the rabbit. We got this money path here. So you can really step into your power and a really wonderful improvement in your situation if you would just stand strong in your power and move forth with whatever it is you want. And be kind of, what I'm getting here is be unapologetic about it. All right. So really look at yourself in the mirror here, like this lovely mer girl, and make that choice. Make that choice to step into your power and honor that. Okay? So if you enjoyed this reading and it resonated with you, please be sure to like and comment down below. And if you're feeling the vibes and you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, I invite you to do so. And if you want to show your support to this channel, you can definitely offer a little donation. The link is in the description box below, or you can just simply let the ads play whenever you watch a video. All right? But if you are ready for another reading, my love, you can click this link right here in the top right corner. It'll take you to another reading. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. You got this, boo. Bye.